You won't believe how many complete classic cars are still out there for around $1,000. We're talking big old Dodges, Chevys, even the '60 Pontiac Ventura that actually runs. These aren't just rusted shells. Most still have their engines, some even turn over, and a few just need a weekend of work to breathe again. So today, we're diving into 10 classic project cars you can still buy between $1,000 and $1,500. From a yellow Dodge Monaco with an unlocked motor, to a Chevy Vega with a rare Yenko valve cover, and even a Plymouth wagon that's been sleeping for decades. If you love barn finds, parts cars, or just saving classics from the crusher, this list is going to be right up your alley. 1. 1971 Dodge Monaco LE Sedan. We're starting off strong with this big yellow 1971 Dodge Monaco. The seller says it's a complete car, comes with keys and title, and the engine isn't locked up, even though it hasn't run in years. The green interior actually looks decent for its age, and all it really needs to shine again is new carpet and some attention to the rust spots. For $1,200 or best offer, this full-size Dodge is a whole lot of metal for the money. 2. 1972 Chevy Vega Base. Next up, a 1972 Chevy Vega, and this one's got a cool detail that makes it stand out, a rare Yenko aluminum valve cover. It's still got the original 4-cylinder engine and a 4-speed manual. The seller says it turns over but doesn't currently run. No title, but the body looks surprisingly solid, and at $1,500 flat, it's a solid start for a hot rod or race car project. 3. 1973 Volkswagen Super Beetle. For the VW fans, here's a 1973 Super Beetle that's been off the road for a while. The ad says it's not running and being sold as a best offer deal, but it does have a clean title and no major damage. The yellow paint and classic round shape make it instantly recognizable, and for just $1,250, it's a great base for a resto mod, dune buggy build, or even a quirky weekend cruiser. 4. 1974 Chevrolet El Camino. Now this one's interesting. The seller listed it simply as a 1974 classic Chevrolet, but it's actually an El Camino. It's got a 350 small block with a 4-barrel carb, hooker headers, and dual glass pack exhaust. The seller admits there's water in the oil and rust in the bed and floor pans, plus no title. But it does come with new tires and keys. For $1,200, it's a complete V8 project with character and potential. 5. 1954 Plymouth Savoy. Closing out this half, we've got a genuine time capsule, a 1954 Plymouth Savoy listed at just $750. The car is mostly complete, but it's been sitting since the 1980s after the carburetor was removed for a rebuild and never reinstalled. The windows were shot out decades ago and has been parked ever since. Bill of sale only, but you can still see the old-school charm in that rounded design and chrome trim. It's the kind of project that begs to be rescued. 6. 1966 Plymouth Belvedere $1,000. Onalaska, Texas. Starting off, here's a 1966 Plymouth Belvedere with some serious patina. The seller says the floor pans are badly rusted and there's more corrosion under the fender apron, but the rest of the car isn't too bad. Under the hood sits a slant-6 engine that still turns by hand, paired with a 3-speed column shift. It's missing accessories and manifolds, and there's no title or keys, but it does come with a bill of sale. Not bad for $1,000 flat. 7. 1968 Chevrolet Impala $1,500. Fayette, Mississippi. Next up,
a 1968 Chevy Impala that's listed as a two-door project with tons of classic appeal. The ad is short and sweet. The seller simply says it's a great car to restore. It's got an automatic transmission, blue interior, and that long, clean body style that defined late 60s full-size Chevys. Priced at $1,500, it's a fair starting point for anyone wanting to bring a big-body Impala back to life. 8. 1978 Monte Carlo, $1,000. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here's a true as-is deal. A 1978 Monte Carlo that's been sitting for decades. The seller is up front. It doesn't run, doesn't drive, and needs a new motor. It looks like it was last registered in 1994. You're getting a complete car that's going to need a tow, but at a firm $1,000 and with that classic G-body shape, it's hard to say no for the right buyer with some ambition and a spare engine. Nine. 1969 Plymouth Sports Suburban, $1,200. El Reno, Oklahoma. Now this one's a cool old wagon, a 1969 Plymouth Sports Suburban equipped with a 318 V8 and a 727 transmission. It's been sitting for decades and clearly hosted a few generations of rodents, but it's all there. The seller says no title, but it's a great parts car or a full-on revival project if you're up for the challenge. A big, white, classic wagon for just $1,200. That's nostalgia on four wheels. Ten. 1960 Pontiac Ventura, $1,250. Nashville, Arkansas. And finally, a 1960 Pontiac Ventura, and this one actually runs. The seller says it's powered by a swapped-in Buick 350 that starts up, though they've never driven it. The car needs complete floor replacement, but the red-on-red styling and those wide rear fins scream late 50s design. Clean title, 2 owners, and a running motor for $1,250. Not a bad deal for a 65-year-old classic. So there you have it, 10 classic project cars, all under $1,500. Some need a ton of work, others just need motivation. But whether it's that 1971 Dodge Monaco waiting for a comeback, or the 1960 Pontiac Ventura that already fires up, each one's a chance to bring a little piece of automotive history back to life. If you enjoyed this list, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and check out our other videos on affordable classic finds. We post weekly roundups of project cars, parts cars, and forgotten treasures still hiding across America.